Wow, yeah, it's definitely been a minute. Welcome back to my channel. It is Celeste Rose, aka Salsa Rosa, aka Mama Biscuit. Dude, I miss saying that. I'm gonna cry. I thought it would be fun for our first YouTube video together again, you know, in this space, to do a little get unready with me while I tell you guys a story time on how I realized that I had a fake friend. If you're ready, I'm ready. I need to get a hair clip, hold on. I know I inspire a lot of people on social media, and that's different, you know, like my supporters or fan base, they're allowed to like, sorry, I haven't shaved in 2 days. They're allowed to copy me. They're allowed to like get the tattoos that I get because it's different. You guys are like my supporters, you know what I mean? But I had this friend that I met like, oh my God, like 13 years ago maybe. And we got super close after I was like 18, 19. And she started to weirdly copy everything I did once I started being on social media, which made it 10 times worse. You know when they say you should never be friends with someone that really like wants to be like you so bad, because it's almost like, do you want to be my friend or do you want to be me, you know? And before you guys say, oh, maybe you just like inspired her, she looked up to you, that's not what it was. I think any of us, one of our biggest pet peeves in life is for someone to like try to steal our entire personality and do what we do because they can't find their own personality. And those are very dangerous friends to have. I don't care what anybody says. I will never be friends with someone that I get those vibes from, you know? So I started social media, and man, within the first 2 years of me doing social media, me and this girl, we got super close. Super close. She pretty much, I don't wanna say detailed, but she made her username sound just like mine. Okay, this is just an example. No one ever talked about almonds, but let's just say one day I woke up and I was on social media talking about chocolate covered almonds. She would do the same exact thing the same day. Like, girl, at least wait a week to not make it so obvious. If the next day I would wake up and talk about like, oh, I love the color red and black because X, Y, and Z, that same day she would go on social media and talk about why now she likes the color red and black because X, Y, and Z. And it's almost like I was looking in the mirror when I was watching her stories. I don't care what anybody says. Inspiring someone is one thing, but when you try to be like someone to the T and copy everything they do and try to steal their personality, steal their fan base, do all these crazy things, like that is not okay. When I would go on social media back then and I would give you guys like advice on life or advice on how to go through breakups, she would do the same exact thing, the same exact day. And I'm like, what? That's not cool. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't care what anybody, why are these people texting me? I'm literally filming. It's just not cool. And I've had 2 different friends do this to me. I don't talk to either one anymore. You know, it's all love from my end. Let me go put water on my face. I will be right back. Dude, I got makeup in my eye. Oh my God. Got to a point where it was just like, just felt like friends shouldn't do that. Friends should not try to copy each other to the T. I voiced my opinion to her and how I felt about it. She was like, Babe, like that's not even how it is. Like I'm not even trying to do all that. I think you're just overanalyzing it, like kind of trying to like gaslight me. And at the time I was like 19 or 20. So I was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, you know, maybe I am tripping, you know what I mean? You know how everybody that has like a fan base, God bless, I love you guys so much. Everybody that has a fan base, they give them like a name, you know? So the way I named you guys like my biscuits, if you know, you know, if you're an OG, you know. She tried to name her supporters the same exact thing. I'm like, girl, first of all, nobody even follows you, no offense. But I'm like, are you kidding me? It's just like, you cannot do that to someone. That is crazy. The crazy thing is that my fans or supporters, they started to notice this because back then I used to post like a lot of my friends and I was very public about my life. I mean, my love life has always been kind of private, but I was always very vocal. Damn, I look like a raccoon. I was always very vocal about like the friends that I had, you know? So my fans started to notice this and I'm like, dude, I'm not tripping. It just came to a point where like, I could not do it with her anymore, but I also didn't want to lose her as a friend because I just wasn't ready. I'm like, is it worth throwing the friendship away? Which it is, like looking back on it now, I'm like, that is crazy. I would never stand for that because I would never copy someone like that. That's crazy, you know what I mean? But not only did I feel like she was copying me, but I always felt like she was competing with me. I'm like, that is not what a friend is. I don't care. Again, I wish her nothing but love these days. And if I saw her on a random day, I would say hi because there was no beef. I just kind of had to eliminate myself from that friendship very quietly before it started to really trigger me. You know what I mean? You can't control what people do and how they treat you and how they hurt you, but you can control how much you tolerate. You know what I mean? Anyway, my fans started to notice it and they would like call it out, and it just got to a point where I'm like, all right, like I'm not tripping. The public is starting to see this. Like I'm not crazy. Also, I know I take forever to take my makeup off every night. I do rounds and rounds because I don't know, it makes me feel clean, it helps my skin, etc., etc. So me and this person were friends for quite some time until one of the last times I ever talked to her was because I found out that she actually stole money from me and she lied to me about something, which I will not discuss on camera. So after I found all that out, I'm like, wow, like you're trying to mimic my entire personality. You're in competition with me in your head because I'm not competing over here. That's all in your head. And you want to steal from me? Like anything else? Like, are you done? Is that all? I just literally quietly removed myself from that friendship because in my mind, there was no point in re-explaining myself on how I felt if when I already did that, she made me feel like I was completely crazy. And then she would still do the same thing every single day, not caring about what I just said or how I felt, how her actions were like making me feel. So I knew that she just wasn't a very self-aware person and she didn't care about hurting anybody as long as it meant for her to like shine. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not here trying to be like, oh, I'm a perfect this freaking hair. I'm a perfect person, you know, I'm perfect. No, I've been a shitty friend at times too. I've never like stole from anybody or done any of that, but I know I myself could have been a better friend to a few people out there and I didn't prioritize certain friendships the way that I should have. And of course, so please don't take my story times as me like victimizing myself, not what I'm doing whatsoever. Certain things you go through in life that you know that you just don't deserve, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I think now if you can ask me how many friends I have and I can like name them all on one hand. I know everybody says that, but it's so true for me. Like I literally don't even have like 5, I don't. And that is by choice because, you know, I know a lot of acquaintances, I know a lot of people, but for me to call you my friend is like, oh my God, dude, but there was so much more that this girl would do. Like she would copy like my tattoos, she would copy like my hairstyles, depending on what hair dye I had in that time in my life. I was like, bro, like this is creepy. Stay away from people that try to mimic your entire personality and try to be you instead of being themselves. That's a very, very, very dangerous person. I won't even say friend. That's not your friend. That's not your friend. But those are very dangerous people to be around because you'll be surprised how good they'll mimic you. You just have to be very, very careful and very selective on who you call your friend because not everybody is your friend. You're not perfect either, and that's okay. We've all done things that we could have done better. As long as you learn from those mistakes, that's a good thing. I don't care how big your heart is, you cannot really think everybody is your friend. It is not normal to have a lot of friends. It's not normal to have a lot of friends because out of all 100 people you call friends, only 2 of them probably have your best interest at heart. Only 2 of them actually care about your well-being. Okay, I had to go put water on my face. I'm putting on my acne wash right now. I probably shouldn't put it so close to my eyes, but whatever. But this girl did so much more. Like oh my God, bro. If I said I found someone attractive, she was like, oh, me too. And I'm like, girl, like it is okay to be yourself, you know? You can try to be someone that you're not, but after a while, like that mask that you're wearing is gonna come off whether you want it to or not. This girl even hit up one of my exes, or she wasn't really an ex, she was more of like a little situationship we've had. It just didn't work out. God bless her though, she's such a sweet person. Not the old friend, the old fling I had. Like this girl, like bro, oh my God, it was crazy. But I also blame myself because I allowed it to happen for so long, even though I saw the red flags, but in my mind I'm like, ooh, is that a pink flag? Are you sure it's not like turquoise or like yellow? Are we sure it's a red flag? Because I just did not want to lose that friend whatsoever because when we were good, you know? So I guess I have to go wet my face and take off this wash and now we're gonna do our skincare. Old Celise would see the best in everybody, even if they were like bad people. I'm like, no, but like, I'm sure they're like a good person. But one thing that my sister taught me was you have to stop trying to see wow, I can't speak today. You have to stop trying to see the best in people when sometimes some people have no good. And in a sense, it's almost like it's so true because sometimes we create in our heads the good that some people have. Like we fall in love with the lies they tell us and with the lies that we tell ourselves. And then we fall in love with the potential that's not even there. You know what I mean? So when she told me that advice years ago, I was like, wow, like that changed my life. That one little piece of advice changed my life. Because sometimes there is no good in people. I don't care. I don't care if that sounds closed-minded. I do not care. Some people really only come into your life to hurt you and teach you a lesson, and you can't sit here and be like, oh, well, I'm sure there's some good in them. Like, hell nah, no. Although going through this with my old friend, like, hurt me so bad, it also kept me very, very aware. So like a few months ago, I met this girl that I thought was my friend. We hung out a few times, and then long story short, I don't want to get too detailed with this one. Long story short, she was not even like in competition with me. She was just jealous of me. And you can just tell. Like, you know how people like, instead of complimenting you, like, oh wow, like you look pretty today, they try to diss you. Like, oh wow, like you look pretty today for once. Or wow, someone did their makeup, it was about time. Or they try to like diss you during a compliment in a very passive aggressive way. And that's how this girl was. It was crazy. This clip is hurting my head. It was crazy though. I was like, am I tripping? Am I tripping, or did this bitch just insult me? I was like, wait, what the fuck just happened, what? And there's just like a lot of jealous people out there. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Not everybody is your friend. And one day you're gonna realize this. And that's why now I'm a loner by choice. Like, I still work a lot. I do what I gotta do. I go to all my work events. I say hi to people. I'm very sweet, although I have a resting bitch face until you come up to me, then I'm like, hey. For me to call someone my friend and actually hang out with them, it's so rare. Like, it is so rare. Some people are only around you just to like mimic your entire personality, try to steal your personality, and then walk away and act like they're you. It's creepy. Like, it doesn't even make me mad anymore, because being on even if you're not on social media, I'm sure that happens to you, you know? It doesn't even make me mad anymore when people do that. It just kind of creeps me out. I'm like, oh, like, that's a little weird. You might want to like unpack that and start to love yourself, so you don't have to pretend to be something or someone that you're not, because again, that mask will eventually fall off in time. Thank you guys for getting unready with me. That was my little story time. And this happened like years ago, like literally years. Oh, that was too much. Oh my God. Like, am I trying to eat it? This was years ago. And again, I wish this person well. A lot of people are here to hurt you. A lot of people are here to use you. A lot of people are here to hurt you and then go around telling everybody that you hurt them. It's crazy. There is some good people in the world. There is a lot of good people in the world. You just have to find them. And once you find them, hold on to them. Now I'm gonna brush my teeth, shower, of course, get into my Christmas pajamas. I know we're in March, I don't care. I'm gonna get into my Christmas PJs. I'm gonna watch my favorite show on TV, which is called Darcy and, is it Darcy and Stacy or Stacy and Darcy? They're lit. I want to hang out with them. Me and them should have drinks. That would be so freaking fun. Comment down below and let me know what videos you guys want to see next. Dude, I feel like my face is so shiny. Let me change the lighting. Oh no. Okay, that's not fun. We'll just keep it at that one. That one was not flattering at all. Comment down below and let me know what other videos you guys want to see. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye.